Sherman D. Manning joining you live from where am I? Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles, California, ladies and gentlemen. Sherman coming to you live. Coming to you live. How y'all doing? Do the work, baby. Do the work. I want to encourage somebody else. Sometimes when I get discouraged, my gift kicks in and I start encouraging others. And in encouraging others, I find God giving me the strength that I need to do what I need to do. Look, if God gave you a dream, if God gave you a vision, work the vision and wait on the provision. It's hard to try to find people to believe in you, but you have to believe in yourself and trust God, and He will order your steps. I could write another. Well, I do write books. I will write another book about how difficult it is when you come out of some dark and horrendous situations, and you're trying to find someone to believe in you. When you're not even asking for a donation, you're not begging for an offering. You're simply asking someone to believe in you and give you an opportunity to exercise that which God has given you. Because you run into men. The problem is you're dealing with humans. Even when you deal with pastors and some of the greatest quote unquote senior pastors across this country, you're dealing with men. And men have their own agendas. Men have I should say, own agendas and our own ways and our own idiosyncratic whims and our own this and our own that. And when you're dealing with us, it's tough. It's tough because, men will tell you, like I probably would tell somebody else myself, well, if God gave you the vision, then He'll give you the provision. And it's not my duty to fund what God gave you. If God told you to do it, then He's going to fund it. Not understanding that the only hands God has to use are my hands and your hands. And so rather than having a little soft spot in my heart and banking on you and investing in you and showing that I believe in you by planting a seed in what you're trying to do, usually what a lot of pastors and a lot of preachers will do is simply give you the kiss off. They give you the kiss off. And it's difficult when it's coming from a preacher because you're saying to yourself, preachers should know better. Preachers should know what it's like when you're trying to get somebody to believe in you, when you're trying to get somebody to invest in you, when you're trying to get somebody to help you do what it is that you do. But trust me when I tell you, preachers are human too. I'm an apologist for preachers because I'm a preacher. And I know what it's like. And I know that we have human failings. We fall short. We come short of the glory of the good Lord. But He is God. And so whatever you're going through, if you're trying to build a business, if you're trying to build a company, if you're trying to build an organization, whatever it is, my brother, whatever it is, my sister, what I have to tell you is this: keep the faith and do the work. Do the work when you don't know how you're going to make it, when you don't know where your next meal is coming from, even if you don't know where you're going to sleep tonight, if your car messed up and your motorcycle won't run and your bicycle got two flat tires and your engine is going out and your transmission is messed up and on top of that you got a headache and a migraine to go along with it. Do the work. If God told you He was going to do it, you can't die until it gets done. God will order your steps. He'll hook you up. And don't let people discourage you because that's easy to do also. If you give someone some status in your mind or you kind of believe in them a little bit or believe in their mission or believe in their ministry and you heard them preach a great sermon and all of that, and then they turn around and you meet them personally and they treat you like you're a piece of crap or they don't treat you like you thought they should treat you, and it bothers you and it hurts you and it disappoints you, keep going, baby. Keep going. God can do the almighty through the least likely. And just when you think you can't take anymore, just when you're about to give up, when you're at your wit's end, when you think it's over, God will step in and turn it around. Just keep the faith. Keep the faith. You pray for me, please. And I promise you, I'll pray for you too. Everyone listening to the podcast, I will pray for you. I request that you send me an email today and let me know you heard the podcast. Tell me what the podcast means to you. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what you think we should be talking about. Tell me the issues that you think I should hit and deal with and elucidate and examine on this podcast. And I will read your emails and I guarantee you I will respond in kind. The more you suggest, the more I will do. We want more live man on the street interviews. You want me to talk about criminal justice more, less, politics more, less, preaching, teaching, God, whatever. You tell me what your suggestion is, and I will take it into strong consideration. Email me at shermandmanning@gmail.com. Let me know that you heard the podcast, and I will respond. Please be kind enough to call 5 different people, or text them or email them and tell them about this podcast. Tell them to tune in, tell them what we're doing, what we talk about, and how we talk about it. I need you to do that today. Sherman D. Manning. Talk to you later.